There's a new Democratic proposal from the House of Representatives for immigration reform, and of course, it's well known at this point that the Republicans have repeatedly slapped down any sort of immigration reform for years now, just nonstop. Anytime there's even a slight peep of somebody wanting to do immigration reform, they scream and they say, nope, we're not even going to allow a vote, not even going to allow a vote. So the new plan of the Democrats is to, number one, you load the bill up with Republican ideas in an attempt for them to say, well, it has our ideas, so let's vote for it. Now, apparently the Democrats don't learn, because this is exactly what they did in healthcare reform, and they still almost all voted against it unanimously. So that trick doesn't work. And by the way, it's not even really a trick, because if they're smart, they would take it and they would vote for it, because this is their ideas, it's their policy. But the Democrats, of course, didn't catch on, and they proposed that. And the second idea, or the second prong of the plan here, is to try to force a vote on it. And there's some certain procedural ways that they can go about doing that. So what have the Democrats caved on for this new proposal? Well, in the last proposal, they already caved on a lot. In this one, they caved on pretty much everything. So let me give you a quick rundown of what's in the bill. It has a waiting period of 8 to 10 years for immigrants to get in the country and become citizens. Just to give you some perspective as to how ridiculous that is, that's longer than what indentured servitude was. You remember indentured servitude? Back in the day, you used to read about it in social studies class or history class. It's when an American paid for an immigrant to come from overseas, and then they'd have to work off the payment for their traveling to the U.S. That was only like 5 years or 6 years. So we've become more harsh than the years of indentured servitude. All right, well done, guys. What else we got? You have to pay all of your back taxes since you've been here. That's already prohibitive because, I mean, what? Some people have been here for 15 years, 25 years, and they've been working the entire time, and you want them to, all right, fork over all the money you have, please. But okay, that's part of the bill. Pay all your back taxes since you've been here, even though you haven't received anything for those taxes. Pay all your back taxes. You need to sign a formal apology. Craziness. You need to pay a fine when you become a citizen. Okay, so back taxes, then you pay a fine when you become a citizen. Get this is my favorite one. After you become a citizen, you still don't really fully become a citizen and get all of your rights. You still have to wait further for certain healthcare rights and other ones. Democrats even offered not allowing immigrants to vote. So they're not even close to citizens at that point. They say, no, it's cool. We're going to pass a bill. You get all the other rights of citizenship except voting. This was their attempt. This was their way of trying to get the Democrats to go, all right, we'll sign on to that. Because you know what the Republicans are scared of. The second that you do some sort of immigration bill, they're all going to vote Democratic because the Republicans have been blocking immigration reform for so long, and the immigrants know that, so they're going to vote Democratic. And that's one part where the Republicans are probably right. They're right that immigrants are going to vote Democratic. Doesn't mean you shouldn't do immigration reform. But the Democrats even said, all right, well, let's do immigration and not allow them to vote. Would you guys be in favor of it then? Please, we'll give you anything. Just let's pass something. And then here are two more provisions here that are just hilarious. The bill increases border security when we already have net zero immigration. Nobody's coming here. And the bill increases border security. And according to the CBO, the bill would cut $200 billion between the year 2015 and 2024, and about $900 billion over 20 years. So the bill cuts almost $1 trillion from the deficit over 20 years. Okay, just to get everything out there right now, realize it is impossible to craft an immigration bill that is more right-wing than this. This has every single Republican idea imaginable. Guess what? They still said no. Not only did they say no, John Boehner still doesn't even want to allow a vote on it. Never mind, like, okay, we'll have a vote, but we're going to vote no. He's saying, no, we're not even going to allow a vote on it. Sorry. Anybody that says, and you'll hear this all the time if you listen to Fox News at all or turn on talk radio, when they say, oh, the Democrats, man, they're hardliners. They don't want to negotiate. They don't want to compromise. It's their way or the highway. They're bullies. Hannity says it daily. You remember this story, and you think to yourself, who are the real bullies?